Hey there, white TPC. Crafty Piping back again. Hope everybody had a good Easter. So, kind of wanted to do a video today. I got a kind of a special presentation tonight. First things first. Currently smoking one of my restored estates I did. Really shiny. It's a Knob Hill. I guess I'd call that a small billiard of sorts. Currently smoking some one of my tobaccos that Jess Piping sent me. The Christmas Spice. I can get a lit. Been going through some of the samples he sent me, and man, some of them are just fantastic. I never would have thought. I'm not a big aromatic guy, but this is good. Either way, so kind of what I want to talk about today was I want to show my grandfather's pipe, and also kind of talk about times from the past and how I think there's a resurrection of some of those things and why. So my grandfather, one, was a Prince Albert guy, and he was a cob smoker. So let me show you this. This is his corncob pipe. Now, I did clean it with the intention at some point I wanted to smoke out of this on his birthday. So this is actually a replacement stem. This was his. Now, it didn't burn through. I don't know what he did, but it's been like that. As far as I know, he never smoked. He never smoked cigarettes, so I'm not sure how he managed that. But I cleaned up the inside of the bowl. I mudded the bottom with some cigar ash. He had smoked this pipe so much that he had burned or carved away at the wooden shank on the inside. Then it has the brass ferrule that I polished up just with some silver polish I had sitting around. I don't have any brass, but I glued that back on so it'd stay there. But this was his pipe, and from what I understand, he'd smoke them, and if they broke or he burned one out or whatever, he'd go buy a new corn cob. He didn't have a lot of pipes compared to a lot of us, which is fine. And then he had this. A magnetic pipe holder put on the car, in the car when they actually had metal dashes. And he would smoke a usually Prince Albert, but from what I was told, my grandmother really liked the smell of Middleton's cherry blend, so he'd smoke that. Oh, the same cob. He didn't dedicate; he just smoked. But yeah, this is his pipe with his original stem and all cleaned up a little bit. But yeah, I think it's kind of interesting to see how things that are old are still, things that are new are still old. I think there's a lot of a resurrection of tradition and morals. I'm not sure what word to use for that, but I find that at least amongst my friend group and the people I know who I associate with of my age, I'm just under 30, 28. So I'm still very young compared to a lot of guys out there. But I find that a lot of us are wanting, at least people my generation, are wanting to go back to the way things used to be. A lot of my friends, I'm pretty much the only one that smokes a pipe. A lot of them are into cigars, and that never. There was a big boom in the '90s, from what I understand, from cigar smoking, but it's a very traditional aspect of life. So, with all the craziness in the world going on right now, and a lot of the progressive thoughts and opinions and agendas, for lack of a better word, there there are people in this world that are pushing the younger generation further and further to look for a tradition. They don't want, not everybody wants to constantly move forward. And me personally, I look back at when times, before my time, things used to be a slower time. You know, women stayed at home and men would go to work. And I'm blessed in the fact that I can do that, if need be. Um, my missus, she works just a part-time job as something to get out of the house and go do. And her money's appreciated, but not needed. But I find that there is a lot of, America is losing their sense of tradition. A lot of our traditions are being stomped on. If you're religious of any sort, religion, unless you are of a select religion or religions, I don't mean to get real preachy, but there are definitely people in government and in higher power seats who are pushing religion away. They want to push religion away from people, and I find that I think people are starting to claw that back. At least the people I try to associate with. There is that lack of slow down, take your time, cherish what you have, and leave everybody alone. Mind your business. Um, you know, a lot of it, people just can't stay out of other people's business. I am of the mindset of I will do what I want. You can do whatever you want. I If it doesn't affect me, what do I care? You go do your thing and I'll do mine. But don't tell me what I can and can't do. And smoking a pipe is a perfect example of that. There are many people who view smoking of any type, unless it is of the devil's lettuce, that smoking any tobacco product. And I'm not saying tobacco is good, but they will demonize you for it. And I completely disagree with that. Um, Smoking cigars or pipes helps me relax, helps me think, ponder, um, helps me problem solve. And I think a lot of that is gone in today's age. People don't think, they just live their life going through the motions. They don't sit back and cherish what they have. And I think a lot of that is just the progressive movement. People want you to forget how things used to be, and they want to move you in the direction they want you. Um, So yeah, I know that's kind of getting kind of vague and preachy, but it's something I've been thinking about. How I feel like pipe smoking is one of the outlets that people of my generation, the younger crowd, is using to try to come back to a time before everything was such in a hurry, before the political correctness. And it just allows us to have some peace away from it all. So yeah, kind of strange, kind of like I said, kind of vague, but that's just something I've been thinking about. So I mean, what do you guys think? And I'm not trying to get banned here, but I have my thoughts, and I feel that there are a lot of people out there right now that want to see pipe smoking and cigar smoking and anything that brings joy gone, and they want to push you away from the traditional way of living. To They want you to be in a 5-minute city. They don't want you to have a car. You will own nothing and be happy. And I don't think that's how we want to live. I don't think at that point what would you have to strive for? What would you have to better yourself? If you're not going to own anything, what do you have to work for? As long as you're living, what's the point? And I don't think humans are designed for that. So, yeah. All right. Before I get too much more long-winded here, just kind of pondering things as I talk out loud. This was not really a planned video. You guys have a good rest of your night. Cheers.